A very good morning to all of you. I am Mr. Kamlesh Ahirwar, Assistant Professor, Department BSc Computer Science, IIMT College of Science and Technology, Gate and Noida. Today, in this session, we will discuss what is structure in C programming language. Also, the discuss in this session what is a structure concept, what is array of structure, and nested structure also with the example. First of all, we will see what is structures. Structure is user-defined data type that allow to combine data items of different kind. What is the meaning of a structure? Structure define user-defined data type. We know that two type of data type in built in C programming language. First one is predefined data type. Second one is user-defined data type. Predefined data type, it means integer like integer, float, character string, and user-defined data type like structure. Structure is combined data items of different kinds. Structure used to represent a record. Structure has a minimum one data type and minimum size one byte. Structure not empty. Minimum has a one byte of. Okay, a structure can be defined as a single entity holding variable of different data items, different data types that are logically related to each other. For example, if we want to store the student record, then student record has a student ID, name, roll number, address. So we will use the structure for combine the different type of item. Like a roll number is like an integer and address is like a string. Both are the combined in each single unit. The structures contain the different type of data items. All the data members inside a structure are accessible to the functions defined outside the structure. Why do we use structure in C? Structure in C programming is very helpful in cases where we need to store similar data of multiple entities. It's very important. Structure in C programming is very helpful in cases where we need to store similar data of multiple entities. Okay, to access the data members in the main function, you need to create a structure variable. If we want to manipulate the structure item structure data, then we will create the object for structure. Okay, let us understand the need for structure with a real life example. Suppose you need to manage the record of books in a library. Okay, now a book can have properties like book name, author name, genre, publisher name, year of publication, pages, number of pages, if any translator, then detail of translator, and so on. Many of content has in a book. So for any book, you need three variables to store its record. If we consider the three details: book name, author name, and genre. So for any book, you need to three variables. Now there are two ways to achieve this goal. The first and the nav one is to create separate variable for each book. But creating so many variables and assigning values to each of them is practically not possible, because if we want to create many of variables, they're practically not possible for use this many more variables. So what would be the optimized and ideal approach? So we see in further, we can define a structure where we can declare the data members of different data types according to our needs. In this case, a structure name book can be created having three members: book name, author, and genre. Multiple variable of type book can be created, such as book 1, book 2, and so on. Each will have its own copy of the three members: book name, author name, and genre. Book 1 and book 2 is what? Book 1 and book 2 is a object or variable of book. Book is a structure. Then book 1, book 2 is a variable or object of the book structure. Okay. Defining a structure. This is the Body of structure, how to define a structure in C programming language. This is the structure. To define a structure, you must use the struct statement. Struct statement. Struct is a keyword. The struct statement define a new data item, new data types with more than one members. The format of the struct statement is follow. First of all, struct keyword. First of use the struct keyword. This is the struct keyword. My struct is a structure name. It's optional. You choose any. You choose anyone. Structure tag or structure name. This is structure tag or structure name. You can use anyone name for structure name. My structure has a three variable: integer, character, float. Three all are the different kinds of data items. Integer variable one holds only integer type of value. Variable two holds only character type of value, and float variable three that holds the only float type of values. So the structure contains the different data type of items. Okay, and struct variable. If you create the structure, then we will create the variable also for the manipulating this variables and this member items of the structure. So the variable struct variable. Okay, how to allocate the memory for the structure in a memory? Actually, integer variable has contain the integer variable has contain the 2 byte of memory, and character variable contains 1 bit memory, and float variable contains 4 byte of memory. This type of memory allocation in the memory. This is the structure structure body. This is the structure name and member definition. This is the body of structure. And one more structure where if variable are created, then it must be right here. Okay, there's the way to you would declare the book structure. Struct student. Struct is a keyword. Student is a structure name. It's optional. You can choose any other name for the, but it's maybe a relevant for the structure. That structure would you create? Integer ID, character, integer ID is a type of integer, and student name is a type of character, and student percentage as percentage is a type of float type of bit of variable. And what is array? What is array? And what is the difference between array and structure? We know that array is collection of similar type of data items, any homogeneous of item. And if we create the array, here A is a array and size is a 5. What type of array? Integer type of. It means the A array is contains only the integer type of value. But in structure contains different type of data items. In ID is an integer type, S name is a character type, S percentage is a float type. So structures holds the different type of data items, but arrays contains only similar data items. Okay, 5 is a size of array. Then a array is contains the 5 values. Okay, if the size is 15, then a array is contains the 15 data items. With what type of data type? Integer type of data. It means numerical value. If the A type is float, then A arrays contains only float type of values. If the content A is character string, then A array holds only the character string type of data item. Any similar type of data items. Okay. This is the example of structure. This is student. Student is a structure. Struct keyword and student is a structure. A student structure has three data items. First one is integer, character, float. S is an integer type, B is a character type, and C is a float type. Okay. And this is the main function. The structure variable is created in the main method of the program. So this is the main method. And struct student s struct keyword. This is same struct keyword, and student is a structure name, or s is a variable. S is a variable or object of the structure. Okay. And CLR is CR, also know that the clear for the skin. And printf, the size of the structure. The size of the structure, integer contains 2 byte, character contains 1 byte, and float contains 4 byte. It means 2 byte, 1 byte, 4 byte. It's total of 7 bytes. 7 bytes. It means 56 bits contains this structure. Okay. So the size of this is the print of size. Okay. This is the print of size of the structure. And get C is written for the gets character also. This is the another program for structure. Here the employee is a structure. Structure is a keyword. Employee is a structure name. Employee structure has contains in ID, name and salary of the employee. ID is a type of integer. Name is also the type of character and salary is type of float. Three items are different type of data items. Okay. Structure contains three items with the different type of. Okay. It main. This is the main method, and this is even is a object or variable of a structure. Best type of structure, employee structure. Okay. E1 dot id equal to 101. It means the E1 holds the value of ID and provide to the integer ID. And string copy E1 dot name is Amit. It means Amit is copied to the name. And printing the value, print of employee, this one E1 dot ID and print of E1 dot name. This program is will print the Amit and ID is 101. So this is the structure. If we want to create the multiple record, then we will create same different type. We will create the multiple variable for the object, but practically not possible for multiple variable. So we will create the array of structure. Okay. This is the another program for structure. Store two or three employee information. If we want two or three employee information, here is a we will store the two employees to. How to check this program will contains the two employee detail. This is the variable. If the two variable is created for the employee structure, then it will host the only two employee information. If we create the 5 variable or 10 variable, then the structure it contains the 5 or 10 data records or 10 employee records. If we want to create the more than 10, 15, 100 employee information, then we will create the 100 of object. But practically 100 of a variable or object creation or working with 100 of variable not possible. So we will create the array of structure. This is the this program is holds only two employee record. Okay. Even E1 holds the one employee and E2 holds the employee two record. E1 dot id equal to 101 string copy E1 dot name Rajendra Kumar. 101 and Rajendra Kumar is a first employee. And E1 dot salary, the salary is 56,000. And in this slide, E2 dot id equal to 102 and string copy E2 dot name Govind. And his second employee name is Govind Singh, employee ID 102 and salary is 1,26,000. Okay. So this program is holds it contains only two employee record and the further this information will be printed as this is the printing center printf id printf name printf salary. Okay. Even id even nom even name sorry even dot salary any first employee information. This one is second employee information. If we have the 5 7 employee, then also the again write this E3 E4 E5 and same. Okay. And what is array of structure? It's very important in a structure. If we want create the more than 100 10 of variable for structure, if we hold the 100 of employee 100 of student 1000 of employee 1000 of student record, then practically in a structure variable is not holding the value. It is sorry, it's holding the value, but practically not possible because of 100 of variable with the working of 100 of variable with the working of 1000 of variable is practically not possible. So we create the array of structure. Okay. An array of structure in C can be defined as the collection of multiple structures variable where each variable contains information about different entities. The array of structure in C are used to store information about multiple entities of different data items. The array of structure, also known as the collection of structure. An array of structure written in C can be described as a collection of numerous structures variable containing data about different entities. By using array of structure, what is the use? It's so simple. The main advantage of an array is we can represent multiple values within a single variable. Multiple value within a single variables. We also discussed in previous slide. If we want the contain the multiple value in single, then array of structure is contain represent multiple values within a single variable. So the reusability of code improves. Obviously, the code's reusability improves. Also, readability is increased. If we okay, if there is no array of structure, we need to store many value in multiple structures variable, which is redundant. Multiple structure variable. If we no array of structure, we need to store many value. We want to store many of value, many of records, and many of employee information. Then we will create the many of variable for each record, for each student, for each employee. Okay, but it's a redundant. It's maybe a redundant. It's very impractical. Okay, this is the traditional way. Struct if the no array of structure, then we will create this type of object. If S1, S2, S3, if we hold the 100 of student record, then S4, S5, and S99, S100. This impractical. This is impractical. Then if we use the array of structure, then we will create only the array of variable of structure. Then S size is 3. If we use the 3 record, then size of 3. If we use the 100,000 of record, then if we holds the 100 of record, then we will create the array of structure. Then size is defined it is 1000. Okay, then it will hold the 1000 of record. Before we create 3 different variable to store 3 student, now all this can be done efficiently in the one single array. Okay, how to store in memory, how to array of structure in memory, how to represent this. And this is the representation of array of structure in the memory. The like S0 is a S0 name, S0 dot name, S0 dot class, S0 dot roll number, S0 dot mark, and S1 also the content S1 dot name, S1 dot this type of if the value is 100, then S9 is the last data item. Okay, if the size is 1000, then S9, S99, S100, S90, 99, and 1000. This type of record, this array of structure holds in the memory. Okay, as you can see in the above image, S is array of structure. Student having size 10, which means it could store information of 10 different variables of type student. So we don't need to take 10 different variables. Instead, we could use array of structure student. Okay, this is the another representation. This is the program for student. Student has content ID, name, and percentage. This percentage type of float, name is type of character, ID is type of integer. The main method in the next program. Okay, this is the integer I and struct student S3. If we store the 3 student record, then we create the S3. This is the array of object. Okay, array of variable, array of structure, okay. How to store in the value S? Then we create the S is a variable of structure. Then it's hold the first element, is hold the first element address. First element is the first index of address. First index is 0. 0 index hold the value 101. And this is the 300 and 3000, 4000. This is the index 2, index 1, index 0. And 0 index holds the first element of address. First element of address. First element of address is 2000. This 0 index is hold 2000. And Second element of address is holds the 1, and uh, third element the first address is holds by the index of 2. This is the procedure in the program in the memory. This is the procedure in the memory, how to allocate the memory for the array of structure, how to allocate the memory for the array. This is the representation for the allocation of memory in the and using in the array. This is another program. If we want to store the 5 student account, this is the size of 5. This is the array object. This is the array variable. Sorry, this is the structure object, structure variable. Okay. Then this is the student is a structure. St is a variable or object of the student structure. Okay. This also holds the value of 5 students. Okay, if we want to store the 5 student record, then we create the array of object of sorry structure, array of structure. Okay, this program is holds the 5 student record and print off. This is the printing, how to print the item sti, roll number sti dot name. I is an index, st is an object, roll number is also object, sti again is the index, and this is the loop because we want to print the 5 student record, so we will use the for loop. For why? Because of this is the hold the 5 student record, so we will use for loop. Okay, the size is 0 and less than 5. Because of size is 5, I plus plus one time is the value, I is 0, then first record, I1 is second record, and I4 is the fifth record of the structure. This is another program. This is another program for the array of structure. Same. This program is holds the 3 student record. The record is a object of a structure. Student is a structure name. Structure is a keyword. Okay. This program is also hold the 3 student record. First student is Amit, percentage 86, ID is 1. Second student is Priyanka, ID is 2 and percentage 90. Third student ID is 3, Nam Bisal and percentage 81. And also the print the all 3 items with the use of this printf line. This and this one. I is index, record is object dot id, record id dot name, and record I dot percentage. I is an index. Okay. And nested structure. What is nested structure? This is very simple. C provides us the feature of nesting one structure within another structure by using which complex data items are created. It's simple. A structure within a structure called nested structure. Like if within a if called nested if, loop within a loop called nested loop. This type or nested structures is a structure within a structure called nested structure. The structure is user-defined data type used to store a group of items of different data types as a single data type. Each element of a structure is known as its member. Nested structures are useful for organizing complex data and can help improve a program's readability and maintainability. This is the program. Employee is a structure. Okay, and in this structure the date is also a structure. The date in within the employee of a structure, it is called the structure within a structure or nested structure. Okay, this is the another program for nested structure. Okay, thank you and thank you so much.